So let's just look on the 4-hour chart now and try to draw in some trend lines. We did have that triangle drawn previously, and it can be drawn a lot of different ways, this trend line. So if we were to connect the highest points here, using the highest point that we came to in this trend after the low, we can see we have 2 touch points here, and we did go below this trend line. We came up and got rejected on the trend line. But we could also draw this like this, where it has more touch points, and we did go above with a wick here. And in that case, we would be above this trend line, but it is subjective to how you draw it. I think maybe this one makes a bit more sense because we do have 2 touch points here, one up the top, several touch points here. So now let's just look at the 4-hour RSI here. We can see we've come all the way down to this 30 level. You can see on previous times here, this is an area where we have bounced. We have gone slightly lower a few occasions here. So perhaps we could have one more dip down here. Can even go higher up to this supply zone box I've got drawn here and come back down and perhaps create some divergence with the RSI here. But we'll have to see what happens to the price as we get into this box here, which again is at 36.6 to 37.3 approximately. We do currently have this hidden bullish divergence here between these 2 points, and just drawing it on the chart, we can see we have higher lows using the bodies of the candles and lower lows on the RSI. So this is hidden bullish divergence. And looking on the 6-hour, we have come down quite a bit here. The stochastic RSI is all the way down, looking to come back up. We've been making these higher lows on the RSI on all these pullbacks so far. The 12-hour also has a similar trend line to the daily here on the RSI. And the 12-hour stochastic RSI has also come all the way down. So this would be a good area for Bitcoin to get a bounce. And on the weekly, we do have that 50-week exponential moving average still acting as support, and that's currently at 33,800. And we also have that death cross, which has pretty much been confirmed once we close the daily. And I guess you can make up your own mind what's going to happen. We saw on the intro all the previous death crosses and what happened after they occurred. But I still personally believe 30k was the bottom here. And we're forming this nice consolidation. And I don't think we're going to have another massive drop after already having a 50% drop here. And another thing to look at here is if we take this top pattern, which was that Wyckoff pattern, and we did this in the previous video, and we invert this pattern and apply it to the current pattern here. Do see some similarities with this current pattern. You can see we came down, came up, came down, came back up, came down lower. We've had this run back up, and now we've had this pullback here. And from this point, if this is a similar Wyckoff pattern and we just inverted it, this is where the pattern started going back up again. So it is quite similar here. We'll have to see if this does play out. Looking at the Bitcoin futures chart on CME here, you can see we've got the similar triangle drawn. We did come back into this triangle. Futures is currently closed until we open next week. If we can open above 35,750 approximately, then we would be above this trend line of this triangle. We can see also the golden pocket area here, which is around 34.8 to 34.5. So we'll have to see where the futures opens on Monday. And over to market cipher. This is on the 4-hour. We can see we did get this green dot here on this previous candle. And we can see on these other occasions here, we did get quite a decent pump after these green dots, especially these larger green dots after these deeper cuts with the blue waves. Money flow has been going into the red and the green, and it's currently in the red. The 6-hour also has a green dot, and that has been confirmed. And we can see we had one here before this run up. Also, the money flow is also in the red here on the 6-hour. The 12-hour has been coming down ever since we got this red dot, and still looks like it will be a few more candles before we might see a green dot. and this money flow has been in the red ever since we had this big drop from 60k. We're still looking to try to get it back up into the green. The daily also had a red dot here, and this wave has started to come down. So we will look on that 12 hour for that green dot. We got it on the 4 and the 6 hour. So look on the 12 hour, and then once we get on the 12 hour, we'll look for it on the daily. Hopefully we can get a small blue wave here with that green dot. The 2-day has been slowly climbing here with this blue wave. Seen this money flow going down, and it is starting to just dip into the red here. So we would like to see this blue wave get above this 0 line. The 3 days also slowly climbing here with this blue wave. The 4-day did get that green dot on the 10th of July, and the 5-day got that green dot on the 15th. Sorry, June on that 4-day, not July. And the 5-day got a green dot here on the 15th of June, and we will open a new candle in a few hours. So look to confirm that green dot on the 5-day. And the big one we want to see here is looking for that green dot on the weekly chart. And we will open that new week in a couple of days. So whether we get it on this next candle or perhaps maybe the week after even, it would be a good sign that that's the bottom. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. We'll have to keep watching the charts. There are bullish and bearish signs in the chart, and you have to make up your own decision about what you think is going to happen. I've presented what I've found, and personally I think 30k was the bottom, and we are going to go higher. There was a lot of confluence there with that golden ratio. So we'll have to keep watching the charts. The weekly open will be interesting, and I think by this week or next week we might have more of a clear idea on the direction that Bitcoin's going in, and we'll have to see how that death cross plays out. So thanks for watching. I'm Bitcoin Mamo. See you next time. Bye.